This is Adam Gorney here at the Rivals Camp LA with John Brown, the father of 5-star receiver and 2 4-stars. Okay, give me a break. What's it been like for you to we were just walking across the field and you said, man, it's good to be back a little bit.
Good to be back. Come out just to see the kids, look at the atmosphere, the energy. And I love Rivals. And no disrespect to anyone else. ESPN is great, all these camps. But your camp for us, for my sons, was the #1 camp. And I'm not saying it because I'm here. I'm saying it because it was real, you know?
Yeah.
So
I'll slip you the 100 for saying that in a little bit, so I appreciate that. We were sitting, I remember, at a restaurant in Orlando at the Under Armour game, and you thought guys were big out here, and then you went there. I remember, and you got, my God, they look like grown men.
Oh, my God. It's night and day difference. When we went to Orlando, I recall seeing these guys, and it looked like they were NFL guys.
Yeah.
They weren't high school.
Yeah.
They weren't even college. They were NFL-looking guys. So, again, no disrespect to the other camps, but that camp was just, I've never seen anything like that.
Yeah.
I mean, they were massive.
It opens your eyes to just what's out there. You know, you could be
What's
good
out
somewhere, but yeah.
That's a good way to compare it. You think you're here, and you go out of the country, or back east or somewhere, or in California, see some other kids, you'll realize where you're really at compared to them.
Yeah.
You know? It's a difference.
Your Amon-Ra was the #1 receiver in the country. I thought phenomenal player, one of the best, most dominant receivers we've seen in Rivals history. How happy are you, like we were talking about, that he's now gotten an opportunity with the Lions to really show what he can do?
Real excited. Look, he was #1 on Rivals, but other sites, I'm not going to mention names, had him #2 or 3. What is that? I mean, I'm not saying. Look, I know I'm bragging about my son to some degree, but if you don't blow your own horn, sometimes there ain't no music.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying, Amon-Ra and my kids are it's not the best. They're not God-gift, but they're pretty good. Let's just say that at least. And to come out here to Rivals Camp, to be recognized, to be celebrated was a beautiful thing. And to see him in NFL right now doing what he's doing, I'm happy because of his dream. He's fulfilling his dream, what he wanted to do. That's what I'm most happy about.
How surprised are you, or just seeing them grow up? All 3 had different personalities. Equanimeous was kind of laid back. Osiris was a little out there, but Amon-Ra was the dog of the dogs, right? I mean, is it because he's the youngest, hungriest?
Amon-Ra exudes that dog that's in him, but Osiris had the most dog in him.
Yeah.
By far, out of all, but it was quiet. Amon-Ra's in your face with everything.
Yeah.
And I always described him like this here. Equanimeous is 6'5". He's like good soul music. And Osiris is like good jazz music. And Amon-Ra is like good rap music. So it depends on what genre you like. They're all good at certain things, you know. To be 6'5" and to run like Equanimeous runs, even Osiris, he hurt his foot. But had he not hurt his foot, he was smooth as ice.
Yeah.
We would love to see him continue to play. But he graduated from Stanford and decided, it was enough for him.
That's not too shabby, right?
No.
What's your travel schedule like during the NFL season? Because you're pretty busy. I mean, you got to get to 2 places, right?
Yeah, it's in most cases, me and my wife try to split up because we don't want one to feel unloved. So, if Amon-Ra has a game, maybe my wife goes to that game and I go to Equanimeous' game. It's challenging, but Green Bay, I love Green Bay. Don't get me wrong, but when it's cold, I don't want to be around there. Right. I stay away from Green Bay.
It's nice. Detroit plays indoors, so.
Oh man, that's rough out there. I'm from California, and look at this here weather. I'm not used to that cold weather.
Yeah,
that's tough for me, to be honest with you.
To be a dad, to see your 2 sons in the NFL like that and doing well and making a lot of money and being successful, what's that like for you?
It's a lot of people think that I'm rich. I go, I'm not rich. That's my son's money. I don't have anything. Look, I make a decent living. Me and my wife, I have the cane protein. We have that. So if there's people out there who want to get the cane protein, it's CANE, caneprotein.com. Go there if you want to gain weight. If you're 15 pounds too light, look, like we just discussed. Hey man, at that camp down there at Under Armour, those kids were so big, kids in California got to do a lot of work to get as big as those kids. They're huge. So please concentrate on getting your skill level and your weight up and your grades. Keep your grades up.
Now, how do I get my weight down? Because I got to lose 20.
Down. Well,
stop eating Twinkies every
well,
day?
I say that everybody got to eat dirty. But if you want to lose weight, you got to eat clean.
Yeah.
If you want to gain weight, you got to eat dirty. So what is that? That's high protein, low carbohydrates.
Yeah.
Like almost no rice, no bread, very little rice, very little pasta. Which you like carbohydrates.
What do you mean? Probably. What
you like carbohydrates?
Of course.
See, so
look at me.
The carbs, man, they'll kill you.
Yeah.
High protein. It's the way you want to go there. You know.
I know that, but it's hard to put that into action. You know.
So how many years you been doing this camp now?
Now this will be, I think it's 12.
Wow.
12 years. Yeah.
What a great opportunity for these kids to be able to come out, showcase their talent, get recognized. Some kids, no one knows who they are.
Yeah.
They come out here and they get recognized. They get their profile up. Next, you know, college coaches are looking at them. It's a beautiful thing for these guys. I hope more kids understand how important this is. This is very, very, very important. Last thing I want to say to you. When I first started this journey, a guy said to me, true story, I went to his house, he sat down, and he typed in my son's name, and he hit enter. Nothing came up. He goes, he doesn't exist, see? So, John, if you tell a coach your son is good, you're playing daddy ball.
Yeah.
I go, what do you mean? He goes, well, you go to Rivals, a camp, and you get somebody to write some articles on you, and then when the coaches start talking about your son, every coach is going to go home and Google your kid's name and hit enter. And if nothing populates, your son is not on the radar. So when you come to a camp like this, you got an opportunity to get on the radar, to get interviewed by Rivals, to get someone to write a story about you.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Last thing I want to talk about, John, and I talk about it every time I'm with you, being Mr. Universe.
Oh.
Playing in the NFL is one thing. Being a badass Mr. World, that's something else, right?
It was cool walking around 250 pounds with a 29-inch waist, 22-inch arms. It was, you felt like the Hulk or something,
yeah.
You know. And whenever you walked into a room, all eyes are on you. But the only bad part about it is, you know, you hit a wall. You don't want to do it anymore.
Yeah.
And it's not like football. It's Mr. Universe. So I'm playing golf with guys. Okay, John was Mr. Universe. And they look at me and they go, you don't look like you was Mr. Universe. I go, oh, man.
Here we go.
Look, they start busting my chops, and they start Googling me going, look. But it was really, really nice. It was very, very interesting. But I remember when I won the first Mr. Universe, I trained my butt off just to win. I'm standing backstage in London, and 5 minutes before they called my name, someone had told me I won. So I knew I had won. All my life I trained for this. But I can tell you this. When they called my name, I said, okay, John, you have to pretend you're happy. Because I wasn't happy. So I said, okay, what should I do? So I clapped, and I was smiling. I don't understand guys who win a trophy and they start crying. Why are you crying? Did you expect to lose?
Right.
Are you're I was never, how can I be shocked that I won when I trained to win?
I'm here to win.
I'm here to win, so how can I be shocked? It's weird.
Right.
But I was pretending I was happy. But I was ready just to do whatever I did. It was something I did, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
But one thing about these kids out here I want them to know, and parents that come to Rivals, beautiful event, you got cameras, you got reporters. They must be careful because this looks like the finish line.
Right.
It looks like the finish line, but it's the starting line.
Right.
It's the starting gate.
Right.
You know, don't get comfortable. Oh, they're talking about taking pictures about I'm MVP. No, don't get comfortable.
Yeah.
Continue to grind until the last bell.
John Brown, father of NFL receivers, Mr. Universe, Mr. World, here with Adam Gorney for Rivals.